Hi guys, Tom here. So if you're still running your stock throttle on the Boom Vader motorcycle, we're going to address some of the stickiness, sloppiness, and add a little comfort to this throttle. So just stick around and we'll get this done. So one of the things you might have noticed with the throttle is sometimes it doesn't have that snappy feeling. If that's the case, it's possible you might have a dry cable or there might be dirt on the inside. And as a result, it may very well prevent the throttle from snapping back as soon as you release it. So let's take care of that right now. So to lubricate and clean the cable, we have to get access to the throttle cable. We're going to take this lock nut and spin it back. We remove the dust cover. This little black thing right here. And we're going to take the adjusting barrel all the way back. As a result, this should pull back enough jacket. We should be able to see the throttle cable. Now you could try to spray some lubricant into this hole and work it back and forth. However, there's a tool that makes it a little bit less messy and a lot more effective. This is the tool. What it does is it creates a chamber in here in which the throttle cable comes out on one side, the jacket comes out the other side, and it creates a little chamber in here. You can spray lubricant and hopefully force it down the jacket. We'll see how well it works here. So now it's inside the tool. I'm going to tighten up these screws and it's going to close off this opening. With it closed off, we'll be able to spray right into this hole and hopefully lubricant will go all the way down. But before we do that, we're going to put a little towel at the bottom so the old lubricant and dirt gets flushed out and collected by the towel and it doesn't get into the carburetor body. Now to catch the old lubricant and any dirt that might come down, to slide up the dust cover. I'm going to wrap the bottom with this absorbent towel. And now we'll get back lubricating the cable. Now we're going to spray some lubricant in here. And even with this tool, it gets a little messy. So we're going to use this towel to help collect any excess lubricant that sprays out. And then for several seconds with this cable lubricant. And we are done. A little excess lubricant leaked out. Just going to open up the tool. I'm going to slide it off. You see extra lubricant. And then we'll work the throttle. Now that we're done, we'll take off the towel, wipe up the area, slide the dust cover back down. All done. So before we adjust this, let's address one of the sloppy throttle issues that occurs after you upgrade the carburetor. An upgraded carburetor, sometimes the slide moves a little bit less than what the amount of cable that's in here, so you get a lot of free play. So what we're going to do here is try to extend this out as far as possible, but I'm going to jump forward. Even with this adjusting barrel all the way forward, it doesn't take up a lot of the slack. And as a result, it still feels sloppy. So what I found was if you take this lock screw, which just fell off right now, and you rotate it lefty-loosey, you'll get a few more threads that pop out, extends this elbow, then you can put the lock nut back on, and it takes up a little bit extra slack in that cable. That little extra slack taken up, you can adjust the adjustment barrel to about the last couple of threads, and then adjust the lock nut all the way down. Once you get this adjustment set, dust cover goes back on and you can tighten up all these lock nuts. It's a 14 millimeter for the larger one, and using a 10 millimeter wrench, I will adjust and tighten this lock nut. Excellent. That takes up a lot of the slop. So hopefully it doesn't feel so loose. There needs to be a little bit of free play so when you make turns, you don't adjust the throttle. The only time you should be adjusting the speed and RPM of the engine is when you're actually manually operating the throttle, not by turns. So now that we address the sloppiness and looseness of the throttle and the stickiness snaps back nicely, let's work on the comfort. Hard plastic, it's fine, wearing gloves, but it would be nice if this was nice, soft, and cushy. And we can do that with this little simple, cheap upgrade. It's a foam grip cover. I'm going to take this foam grip cover, put it right on top. To get this foam grip cover over, we're just going to use a little hand sanitizer to lubricate the throttle. and then a little bit inside the foam cover. Just kind of squish it together. Some of it's going to come out at the end. That should be enough to lubricate everything. And we're going to try to force the foam cover on. Now, if you get hand sanitizer on your hands, you can use a rag to kind of give you a little bit of a grip. Now, I'm going to rotate this forward because being a throttle, that should stop it from rotating. And then with this rag, I could take up any excess hand sanitizer that comes out. As you can see, it gets a little messy. But the good news is, what's left evaporates, and this foam grip will take on the contour of all the little grooves of the hard plastic throttle. So now we have a nice foam grip cover. Now I'm just going to repeat this on the other side, and that's a nice upgrade. All right, guys, that was meant to be a real quick video dealing with the sloppiness and the stickiness of the throttle, as well as improving the comfort of the throttle. So if you have any feedback, questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.